Well, hello guys, welcome to another video. So sorry for not uploading yesterday. I was hoping to release a Rocket League montage, but my videos will not download, so I'm going to have to troubleshoot that. But today we're having a quick comparison and my first impressions of Bravely Default 2, and also we're going to compare it to Octopath Traveler. So I want to start with my first impressions of Bravely Default. So Bravely Default is quite a good game actually. The battle system's fluid enough. Bravely and Default are actually the moves. So I think Brave was attack and Default is to defend. The story so far is quite intriguing, and there was one very shocking moment which I wasn't expecting after the second boss fight. The music also is amazing. I would prefer it to be a little different with the casual monster fights because it's not my favourite track, but even then it's still very good. The world itself, from Halcyonia, where you start, to Savalon, where I have just arrived, is beautiful, vibrant, and the background, is amazing. So this is where my complaint comes in, is the character models. As you can see right there, the character models are not the best. They look very contrasty to the actual world they're in. And I believe the characters were simply just ported designs from a DS. So with the higher resolution switch display and of course the higher res backgrounds, it looks a little off, but I have warmed up to the design itself. Also, I forgot to mention, unlike Octopath Traveler, you can choose when to fight monsters because they actually appear on the map. Unlike Octopath, when you get attacked a lot. Okay, so my comparisons between Default and Octopath. So, first of all, styling. So, as I said, I really like the background styling for Bravely Default. However, I have to say that Octopath wins in the style, because the backgrounds and the characters' design. So the backgrounds are really high res, crisp backgrounds, whilst the characters and the world is like a 2D/3D pixel style, and it blends amazingly well. Also, in terms of music, I also have to give it to Octopath Traveler. The music is jamming. Like, I have to admit, the Bravely Default themes aren't the best. Especially, well, I think the first one has better themes. Number 2 is slightly lacking, but the music is still incredible either way. So don't take this like I'm hating on the music. I still think the music is incredible. Now, the big point is story. So, as I said, Bravely Default has a very unexpected death after the second boss, and that caught me completely off guard, and it had an actual cutscene for it, which was good, but as I said, the character models make it look worse than it actually was. Bravely Default only has one story. You only have 4 characters and one linear objective. There's also different mechanics. For example, if you want to attack multiple times, you can choose what you do, from attack to forage for items, for example. And yeah, there's also a lot of side quests as well, which of course I haven't got to yet since I've not beaten the story by far. In terms of the story for Bravely Default, Octopath Traveler, well, so you do have 8 characters, and I'm focusing on 4 currently. Therion, who I've reached the second chapter with, can't beat Orlick to save my life. Orlick, the crazed professor, is one of the most difficult bosses I've ever faced. I'll break it down for you. So you have to beat his ninja bodyguards first, who have incredibly high health and defense, just to do damage to him. Well, you can still do damage to him, but it's really weak and he can't break his shield. And then when Orlick is near death, a absolutely OP Golem appears with 8 shield points. So you have to hit the guy 8 times with his weaknesses just to break his shield. And Orlick also has 8. So if you're in the wrong spot where I've been twice, low health, not able to hit multiple times, you're screwed. And the moves do like 4 to 1,000 apiece, and all my characters' healths, even though I'm higher level than them both, are just above 1,000. So I usually almost get one-shotted every time. It's incredibly hard. But yes, so I'm focusing on Therion, Alfin, Ulberic, and Hanit. And their stories are very vibrant, very interesting, and there's still 4 more characters for me to try. So in terms of story, Octopath offers a lot more, but it's... well, it really depends who you choose. For example, once I beat these stories, I'm going to switch back to the weaker characters and continue with their stories. So this one has a lot of replayability. I do know Bravely Default is grindy as hell. I've heard it's grindy as hell, based on the community feedback. Okay, so which one do I prefer? Well, most of the stuff I actually do prefer in Octopath Traveler, but I am warming up to the certain elements of Bravely Default. It's still an amazing game. I'd still highly recommend it. But for me, right now, Octopath Traveler wins in basically every regard, even though Bravely Default 2 has a more linear story. So yeah, the winner of the comparison is Octopath Traveler. But as I said, Bravely Default is a game I've wanted for a while. I am still highly impressed by it, and I shouldn't... well, I wouldn't tell you to pass this one up just to get Octopath. But in my opinion, I would honestly get Octopath if you like this style of gaming, a turn-by-turn strategy adventure story. However, as I said, Bravely Default is an amazing option, and it's also a more recent game. Bravely Default 2 was released this year, whilst Octopath Traveler was released roughly 3 years ago. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that quick comparison. I'm going to try and get the Rocket League stuff done for next week. The next video will hopefully be a travel video, as I'm planning to head out tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!